Have you ever started watching or reading a love story and gone, ugh, not this trope again, but 5 minutes later, you're kicking your feet, giggling, and absolutely obsessed? That's not an accident. That's often by emotional design. Hi, I'm Helen, a writing coach and award-winning produced screenwriter with an MFA in creative writing. On this channel, I teach you the craft of romance storytelling. Today, we are unpacking 10 of the most popular romance tropes, the ones that get called overdone, but actually work when you know how to work them right. By the end of this video, you'll know how to use tropes to create love stories that feel familiar and fresh every single time. Let's start with the spicy one, enemies to lovers. This trope is all about emotional friction, pride, power struggles, delicious tension that says, I hate you, but low-key, I die for you. What makes it so compelling is the transformation. Watching two people soften, unravel, and see each other for the first time. Take Deliver Us from Eva. Eva's guarded, Ray's cocky. Their romance is a tug of war until they finally drop their defenses and let love in. Want to elevate enemies to lovers? Don't just give us witty banter or verbal sparring. Show us the moment the enemy sees the other's pain and can't unsee it. Next up, the quietest trope, and often the most emotional. Friends to lovers. This one is about realizing that the person who makes you laugh, who sees you, who's been there through it all, might just be your person. It's not about a sudden spark. It's about slowly recognizing love in the familiar. This trope works because the trust is already built. But the risk? It's losing the friendship. And that's high stakes. The key is showing the audience what your characters stand to lose and all the beautiful things they stand to gain. Think Brown Sugar. They've been best friends since high school. They know each other. They've been through so much together as friends. But when that romantic love finally breaks through, it's layered, earned, and oh so satisfying. Every time I rewatch the movie, I'm always rooting for these two characters to get it together from the very first scene, even though they refused to see it for the longest time. And when Dre finally shows up at the radio station, sweet, sweet relief. Up next, the trope that pretends it's fake, but the feelings are 100% real. We're just pretending until we're not. Fake dating is the delicious chaos of pretending to love someone and accidentally falling for them. It gives us tension, intimacy, and that devastating, this was never supposed to be real moment. Play with that line between performance and truth, and let your character suffer just a little. In The Proposal, Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds fake a relationship for immigration reasons. But being forced to play a couple actually makes them confront their loneliness and their growing connection. With the fourth trope, we've got the heartbreak to healing journey of second chance romance. Some loves don't last the first time, but later in life, they come back even stronger. Second chance romance hits deep because it's about growth. It's about time, and it's about choosing each other again with full knowledge of the past. Think The Best Man Holiday. Harper and Robin's marriage is tested, but at the core, their story is about rebuilding trust, rekindling connection, and the healing that happens when we fight for love. And what happens when love has no escape route? Let's talk forced proximity. One room, one car, one thunderstorm. Nowhere to run emotionally or physically. Forced proximity pushes characters together and makes them deal with each other and with themselves. In Just Right, Queen Latifah's character is hired as a physical therapist. She's living with her patient, caring for him every day. Cue the slow build, the glances, the intimacy that's too close to ignore. That's the fun part of this trope. In one of my scripts, I wrote about two exes competing against each other in a cooking competition. They're forced to deal with their past dramas and current hurts. The results? Lots and lots of sparks. Now, we've got the grumpy sunshine dichotomy. This is opposites attract with emotional teeth. Grumpy sunshine brings together someone who's closed off and someone who refuses to let the light go out. It's full of tension, transformation, and warmth. It works because it's about transformation, not fixing each other, but softening, surprising, and healing. Let both your characters change each other equally. Let's take the movie Something New. He's easygoing and romantic. She's buttoned up and skeptical. But their differences help them see the other's world and themselves differently. Ready for loads more tension? Let's flip the contrast dial up to 100 with trope number 7. City girl meets country boy, nerd meets jock, logic versus feelings. Not enemies, just different. Opposites Attract plays with friction between lifestyles, values, or beliefs. But the real magic is about finding a deep, unexpected connection underneath it all. Think Crazy Rich Asians. Rachel and Nick are from completely different worlds, but their bond forces both to redefine what love and identity really means. Now let's talk secrets, because nothing keeps us turning the page like a hidden truth. They're not who you think they are, and neither is the story. Secret identity adds mystery, tension, and a ticking clock. It's about the moment of reveal and what it costs. It only lands if the reveal matters emotionally. The secret should force a choice, not just be a plot twist. In You've Got Mail, she's unknowingly falling in love with the very man she thinks she hates. The secret isn't just romantic. It's layered with stakes, betrayal, and growth. One bed, two hearts. No chill. That's what we're dealing with in trope number 9. This trope is short but mighty. It forces physical closeness, emotional exposure, and often realization. In The Hating Game, that infamous elevator scene eventually leads to caretaking, tenderness, and the beginning of true emotional intimacy. It's not about the elevator, it's not about the bed. It's about the resulting shift that happens between the characters afterward. So far, we've talked about love. Now, let's talk about choices with trope 10. The decision, the drama. It's not just about choosing between two people. It's about choosing between who really sees you. Love triangles work best when both choices feel emotionally valid. The tension comes from internal conflict, what the characters want versus what they need. Take Cephas in Seattle. Annie is engaged to Walter. He's safe, steady, everything that makes sense on paper. But then there's Sam, the stranger she hears on the radio who stirs something in her heart. The triangle isn't about drama. It's about emotional alignment, longing, and trusting your gut when love defies logic. Some of the most emotionally rich love stories don't stick to just one trope. They blend a few together. For more depth, more surprise, and more emotional payoff. Take Enemies to Lovers and mix it with fake dating. Now you've got built-in conflict and longing. Two people who can barely stand each other, forced to hold hands at a family dinner. That's tension you can build a whole act around. Or imagine combining Friends to Lovers and Second Chance arc. That's not just love. It's history. It's I already lost you once and I don't know if I can survive it again. The emotional stakes write themselves. And when you pair grumpy sunshine with forced proximity, that is emotional growth on overdrive. You're taking someone who hides their feelings and locking them in a room with someone who feels everything. Sparks fly, walls crumble, and hearts open. Blending tropes lets you layer tension, deepen vulnerability, and surprise your audience, even when they think they know what's coming. Here's how to keep your tropes fresh. Lead with the emotional arc. Tropes are just containers. Fill them with heart. Go specific. Cultural details, personal stakes, make it yours. Surprise us. Use the familiar, but twist it just enough to keep us leaning in. Make it thematic. Let your trope support your story's deeper truth. Whether it's enemies with chemistry or a one-bed moment that changes everything, romance tropes aren't tired, they're just timeless. You're not recycling a plot, you're writing someone's favorite love story. So, what's your favorite trope, and is there a dream combo you're excited to try in your next story? Drop it in the comments below. I want to hear them all. If you've ever wondered whether slow burn romance really is better than insta-love, or if it's just writer snobbery, then you'll love my next video where these two tropes go head to head. And if you need help structuring your story, developing compelling characters, or getting unstuck, I offer one-on-one coaching for romance writers. Details are in the box below. Until next time, love, Helen.